This is Focus on GRA, a production of the Ghana Revenue Authority, where we delve into the world of tax administration, border laws and regulations, and procedures at the GRA. I'm your host, Fabian Klaus, and today we look at training and other capacity building initiatives undertaken as GRA seeks to improve tax administration, border controls, trade facilitation at the level of customs, excise, and trade operations.
Development in every community. Then we must be fair and pay we full share of taxes and duty. Want proper bridges and coca, pay your tax. Better roads and safer, pay your tax. Better electric.
The Ghana Revenue Authority has been making significant strides in achieving its strategic goals and improving overall performance in revenue collection. At the heart of these efforts are various capacity building initiatives aimed at fostering continuous learning and development among staff. Training programs, workshops, and partnerships with external experts have been instrumental in enhancing the skills, knowledge, and resources of GRA employees. In particular, Customs, Excise, and Trade Operations has prioritized training, recognizing its crucial role in customs and border controls, trade tariffs, risk assessment, trade facilitation, and combating transnational crimes involving trade.
In recent times, GRA has intensified our training efforts, and this is in keeping with international best practices, requirements of the World Customs Organization, World Trade, and the other international agencies with which we cooperate fully. And it's basically with a view of ensuring that our services and our taxation methods, our enforcement methods are all geared and fully equipped and build capacity to deal with the changes and developments that are happening in world trade.
The Customs Officer Training Program is a regular feature of GRA's work program. This training program allows officers to deepen their knowledge and competence in customs laws and related matters. The comprehensive curriculum covers topics such as valuation and classification, risk assessment and management, post-clearance controls, among others. In addition to internal training, the GRA is also a facilitator of the Custom House Broker Training Program. This program provides opportunities for ordinary citizens to be trained and licensed to conduct customs brokerage activities, significantly supplementing the capacity building within customs. A custom house broker or broker is a person who is licensed under the customs regulation to transact business with customs on behalf of others.
Some of us know what it takes to grow our business. It's not just about having a customs broker's license, much more than that. The role of a customs broker in international trade. What it is to grow a company, not just to be a customs broker, but how do you grow a company? You're talking about finance, management systems. All these things are key elements that brokers have to adopt in order to grow, especially with where we are today.
Accordingly, a custom house broker must be licensed by the Commissioner General of the GRA in order to conduct brokerage activities with customs, excise, and trade operations. The highly anticipated Custom House Broker Training Program for 2024 is set to commence soon. This annual training, organized by the authority, includes a written examination to assess applicants' knowledge of customs and related laws, regulations, and their ability to provide valuable services to importers and exporters.
The customs brokers, we've trained over 100 last year in 2023, and we're currently in the process of implementing a training. I think it's scheduled to start sometime this month, of another batch of customs brokers. As you know, with increased trade, not only the capacity of the officers have to be increased, but also the capacity of the brokers, because you will need much more custom brokers with an increased flow of goods in and out of Guyana.
As with the previous year, the 2024 program will feature a presentation by the Custom House Brokers and Clerks Association. Its incumbent president is Colin Moore.
Our job is to encourage these brokers and point them in these directions. We speak about integrity in the last course. The importance of integrity to yourself. I don't know if you know, but the brokers come under the Customs Act. There's a specific legislation as to how you can operate. including how you hire staff, how you fire staff, reporting where your office is. Everything is detailed. So we make sure that we tell these brokers these things so that when they're coming on, they understand. And we have to reiterate that as well with the brokers that are there. We keep reminding them about their responsibilities, not only to themselves, but to customs and GRA, to the business people. And if they're part of our association, we expect them to have these responsibilities because we have rules and regulations.
Key components of the training program will cover oil and gas related topics to address the high demands of brokerage skills in this fast-growing sector. Likewise, the GRA's Customs Petroleum Unit has built capacity in areas such as crude lifting and measurement and boarding officers' documentation, as it follows its mandate to ensure oil and gas contractors such as ExxonMobil Guyana comply with the petroleum agreement. The Ghana Revenue Authority is continuously enhancing the skills and knowledge of its officers to tackle global challenges. Recent training initiatives have focused on equipping customs, excise, and trade operations with the expertise needed to address international issues. In June, GRA's Customs Supervisor Suraj Singh represented Guyana at a multi-regional pre-accreditation workshop in Brussels, Belgium. This workshop, organized by the World Customs Organization and financially supported by the U.S. Department of State, Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement, aimed to expand the pool of highly competent experts to fight illicit wildlife trade. The workshop brought together customs officers from Brazil, Cameroon, Colombia, Guyana, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Namibia, Peru, and Sri Lanka. Together, they exchanged knowledge and strategies to combat illicit wildlife trade, a pressing global issue. In April, 2 of GRA's customs and law enforcement managers joined their counterparts from around the globe in West Virginia for specialized training. This program focused on addressing the challenges regulatory authorities face in combating wildlife trafficking.
Wildlife trafficking is a multi-billion-dollar crime around this world. During the training, there were multiple participants from around the world, the whole focus was to build a network. And this network was created so we could communicate in a more effective manner.
When it comes to customs aspect, we were trained more to look at the declarations for classification issues where they would declare one item but if something else is being exported or imported. We also look at declarations for being dead, where declarations be made that the animal is stuffed and dead animal, which in the actual physical inspection prove there are live animals.
These international training initiatives are part of GRA's ongoing commitment to enhance the capabilities of officers. By participating in global programs, GRA ensures that its team is well prepared to address complex issues and contribute to global efforts. With continuous training and global collaboration, GRA remains dedicated to excellence in customs and border protection, safeguarding both our nation and the world. Switching gears a bit as we set to wrap up our program, we're joined by an officer from the GRA's Tax Advisory and Publications Department to provide answers to some questions coming to us via email and social media this week. So our first question is from Sahid Ramotar. He is 17 years old and he wants to know about getting a driver's license, and he's also asking, what is the letter of competence?
According to the Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Act, Chapter 5102, individuals must be at least 17 years old to be eligible to apply for a driver's license.
Our next question is from Azrael Whitney. Whitney is asking about importing a motor vehicle and also needs help with information on calculating the duty and taxes of a motor vehicles being imported.
A letter of competence is a formal document issued by the Guyana Police Force certifying that an individual is capable of operating a motor vehicle.
This question from Priya Garbaran. What are the documents required to renew a motor vehicle license?
An individual who has changed his or her surname and would like such change to be reflected on the TIN certificate will be required to submit the supporting documents that shows the change, such as a marriage certificate or a depot. Additionally, the individual must submit a completed TIN application form. This is available on the GRA's website, and a valid form of identification. These documents can be submitted electronically using the email address filing@gra.gov.gy or by visiting the Central Registration Unit at the Guyana Revenue Authority's head office, 200 to 201 Camp Street, South Commonsburg, Georgetown, or to any of our regional integrated offices countrywide. Please be advised that the individual who change their name are not required to pay any fee for the issuance of their TIN certificate.
Well, those were all the questions that we have answers for. Thank you to our Tax Advisory and Publications Officer who facilitated. We encourage you to continue posing your questions via our Facebook Messenger platforms. You can also email us, grapublicrelations@gmail.com. Our Tax Advisory and Publications Unit can be contacted if you have other questions on 225-5061, extension 2200 to 2216. Visit our website, gra.gov.gy for more information, and you can send us your email, grapublicrelations@gmail.com.
Better nurses and doctors.